What's going on, everyone, and welcome to the first video of 2024. Today, we're going to start off with a big old ranking video. I'm going to take this ranking video a little bit differently. This will not be one for the future ranking videos. I'm still going to do them in a tier list style sometimes, but I wanted to try something a little bit different, and I totally didn't steal this from a YouTuber, by the way, but I wanted to try my own concept of it anyway, because, well, it's my channel. I can do what I want, and... well, anyway, we're going to be ranking every single Mario RPG game. That includes Super Mario RPG, the Paper Mario series, the Mario Luigi series, and the Mario Rabbids games. So yes, Rabbids games technically count as RPGs. I know Kingdom Battle is debatable, but Sparkle has a lot of things that could be used as an RPG, so we're counting it anyway. So this is just based on my pure enjoyment of each of the games. So, yeah. Oh, and I'm not including remakes here, because more or less they would all be ranked around the same placement. So, yeah. Maybe aside from Bowser's Inside Story remakes. So, yeah. But, let's not waste any more time and get started ranking. This was the ranking I planned last month, but things happened. So, I'm redoing it again, but maybe I can do it a little bit better anyway. So, yeah. Let's get started and start this off with the only bad Mario RPG game. Let's go.
Disappointment in the game of life.
Man, do I need to rant on this game for the billionth time? I mean, are you really surprised this one's at the very bottom? What the heck? I'm not gonna make a solo video on this game. That'd be pointless, so might as well do it. So yeah, Paper Mario Sticker Star. This is a game I got, like, when I first got my 3DS. I don't remember if it was this or Dark Moon or 3D Land. Those were like the three 3DS games I've had when I first got it. But yeah, Sticker Star was not one of them I enjoyed, to be honest. It had annoying puzzles and stuff, the battles were very lame, and, like, you know, oh yeah, make sure you have this card, otherwise you won't progress. or even beat the boss fight, good lord. But I gotta say, although I don't think the game is as insulting as people think it is, and Never Killed My Grandma, I just can't see myself playing it. It's just so generic too. There's like no original characters or anything like that. The areas aren't as interesting, and oh my god, I don't even want to talk about Chapter 3. So yeah, Sticker Star is just okay at best. I mean, I don't think it's, I don't know, calling it a bad game. I mean, I mean, there's some fun to be had. The music is catchy though, but you can make that argument for every Mario RPG game out there, so I don't know. But again, you can have some fun with it. It can be silly at times, even if it's not by much.
There's two of them.
I don't think anyone would rank this game really as low as I did, because, like, I don't think Mario Luigi Paper Jam is a bad game by any means, honestly, but I don't know, it's easily the weakest Mario Luigi game, because, like, the gameplay is still there. The combat is pretty good, though, I will admit, especially with Paper Mario. The idea of Mario and Luigi crossing over with the Paper Mario series was an idea that wasn't some people thought of, and, well, what do we get? Well, we got a Mario Luigi game with Paper Mario in it. Not the crossover we wanted. I don't know if it would be a bloated mess to get through, maybe to just tell a plot. I mean, it's only like 2 series. I don't know if it would be that. Then again, I'm terrible at telling stories, so maybe that's what. But yeah, it's just your generic version of Mario and Luigi. It just feels just so generic locations and stuff, like the normal grass, desert, snow area that we're used to in the new Super Mario Bros. Series. And yeah. And also the papercraft battles, I find very boring, honestly. They're not as fun. I can kind of see what they were going for, but they just don't feel fun in the slightest, honestly. And also, like, fucking Toad missions. Ugh, I don't even want to bring those up. Those suck. And they're boring and they're bad. Oh god. I mean, the battle card system is a neat idea. I will admit that. There are some neat ideas I throw into them. This is the definition of missed potential. The attacks are pretty cool, especially the trio attacks. But everything else, I don't know. There's just so much more they could have done with this game. It kind of sucks. At least the time of this recording, this is the last original Mario and Luigi game we've ever gotten, honestly. It had to end on a bad note, unfortunately. So, yeah. You can still have fun with it. You probably can still have fun with it, but I just would get bored easily if I try to replay it. So, yeah. Paper Mario Color Splash. This one sits in a weird spot for me, because, like, I know it's not really as great as I think it is, obviously, but I don't know, there's just something, like, charming a little on this game that I kind of enjoy. It's weird, honestly. There's some unique locations in this game, I'll admit. The characters, yeah, it's still mostly Toads. I mean, that's to be expected, I guess. This is basically a sort of try again with Sticker Star. Well, it is a better version, I guess, even if it's really not by much, but I still kind of enjoy it a little bit. I don't know. The battle system kind of sucks, and I'll admit it's slower than Sticker Star. It does have a little bit more to work with at least, but still, I don't think it really works any better. The music, though, is very catchy, and I find it a little more interesting in my opinion, and also just an overworld going around the places. I mean, that was already a Sticker Star, but just something nice about it. Some cheery music here and there, honestly, that I can remember a little more than Sticker Star. But considering this was a late Wii U game, I can understand if you're one of those that has yet to even play the game. My best suggestion is, I don't know, to be honest. It really depending if you didn't hate Sticker Star is my best suggestion, because, like, there's a lot of things that can be charming, but if you're still on that, you want that classic Paper Mario game, I probably wouldn't recommend it, to be honest. So, yeah, that's just me. But otherwise, I think the game is just okay. Paper Mario the Origami King sits in a spot where you either really appreciate the game or you just don't really like it at all. Or you're pretty neutral with it. I'm definitely one of those who likes the game, but realizes some problems. This goes back to some aspects of Sticker Star a little bit, but it still tries to bring back some stuff from the classic Paper Mario games, like equipping different types of jumps a little bit. So in some capacity, I guess badges are back, but not really, because that's like the only thing there. It still has a combat, I guess, similar to Sticker Star. There's no XP points though, so that's a disappointment already. And speaking of that, yeah, the battle system can be hit or miss depending how you feel about it. I don't really mind it personally, but it's not something I would desperately play often, honestly. So yeah, but the overworld gameplay, like going to different areas in the open world like setting, honestly is a neat idea for this series, honestly. They always have this level kind of structure, but they kind of went back to the old roots of, like, you know, going to different, like, locations that aren't level based. So they definitely had some unique ideas here and there. I just feel like they could have been handled a little more better, in my opinion. And in some capacity, there are partners, but not the way we wanted. But yeah, and there are some original characters. So I say Paper Mario Origami Game took some original concepts from the original games, but not in the full degree. Now, I know people are gonna call me a old Paper Mario nostalgia fan or something. I literally only played Super Paper Mario growing up. Spoilers for the Super Paper Mario part, but yeah. But honestly though, I like the Origami King, but I can understand its issues, and I think it can make some improvements in the future. So yeah, hopefully the next Paper Mario game, whenever that comes out, will change. Hopefully won't have to be dealing with dumb restrictions that we hear a lot. That's one of the major that's one of the major conversations of this game too. So yeah, but you can all look that up later. But I think we should be free from that. Anyway, let's move on to I can say right now that the rest of the RPGs I do really love. So it was really tough for me to rank these. So, well, I don't know about that. I'll put the next one, but here we go. Mario Luigi Partners in Time was considered the cult following of this series because it wasn't really as talked about as much compared to like the other Mario RPGs. And while I finally got the chance to play it, I think it's a good game right there, but I just prefer others. I'm not sure what it is with this one. I ranked it pretty low thinking I think it's a bad game. It really isn't, but I love the idea of the shrooms are pretty neat enemies, although I'll be honest, they have more of a missed potential, if anything, with the plot, sort of. They have, people look at this game as some sort of dark plot, but I kind of don't really see that, to be honest. I can't see it as dark as other Mario RPGs, to be honest, but I can see what they were going for, though, for sure. But I like the whole time travel thing with the babies and the Mario Bros and stuff, and some of the attacks are fun to utilize, but I don't know, there's just something off that just makes me rather just play the other 9 Mario RPGs more, to be honest. It's not really a bad game by any means, it's still Mario Luigi charm at its finest, for sure, but I don't know, it's just not really the most memorable one for me. Maybe it's just, again, I don't know, I don't find it as memorable compared to other games, and maybe the game is a little on the easy side in terms of exploring, but that's probably more of a nitpick thing, so I don't know. Does have some solid soundtrack though, but again, don't have the best memories with this one unlike other Mario Luigi games, so sorry y'all.
Sweet dreams are made of this.
Mario Luigi Dream Team was the first ever Mario and Luigi game I ever kind of had more experience with. I mean, I had Bowser's Side Story, but I didn't really get too far into other than me just listening to the final boss theme. But Dream Team was the one I actually had a lot of experience with getting into the series, and I gotta say, while I did put this game pretty low, I do really like the game, but I do have to address its problems. First things first, well, let's start with the positives. The soundtrack is beautiful, peaceful, nice to listen to, and it even has a banger battle theme that I think some of them even clear, well, I don't know if they clear Bowser's Side Stories the battle themes, but they're up there, honestly, as some of my favorites. And, like, there has some banger soundtrack, and the concept of going to the dream world and stuff is honestly an awesome idea, especially with the battles. The theme is just so good. I don't know why they messed it up in the Smash remix, honestly. I think everyone forgot that was a thing. But this game does suffer from tutorials, and that's pretty much the common criticism with this game is the long tutorials. Even near the end of the game, you're thrown with tutorials. I don't know why, but whatever. That seems to be the only thing. If you could skip tutorials, this game will be placed a lot higher on the list, honestly. But it doesn't really... I guess if I can get past that stuff, there's some unique worlds and stuff like that, and I do love the concept of the, you know, the whole pillow situation and stuff, although I feel like it could be handled better, but those are minor nitpicks. Dream Team's still a nice game to play through, so I can't really complain, honestly, but I can see why people would rank it a little lower than probably I did, to be honest, so, yeah.
Earthquake! It's an earthquake!
Oh boy, this one won't make people happy, I can already tell. Don't get me wrong, I really like Super Paper Mario, but I don't think it deserves a top 5 placement in my opinion. Yeah, I said it. So, let's start with the positive though. The story in this game is crazy. There's some crazy moments like, dating sim. Yeah, that's one of the things there. Luigi gets freaking possessed. You don't know that. And then, you know, a lot of other crazy stuff happens. There's a lot of crazy moments that happen in Super Paper Mario, I can say, honestly. You even go to hell in Chapter 7. It's kind of ridiculous, huh? Yeah, this is definitely one of the craziest plots in Mario history. And also playing different characters. Mario with her dimension, Peach using her parasol, Bowser breathing fire, even though he's slow, and Luigi, even though you get him near the end, pretty much near the end, he has this big old jump. So yeah, there's a lot to this game. And also, it does have a lot of stuff from the original Paper Mario games taken over, considering that this was a game developed for the GameCube, actually. You know, the items, the XP points, but into a platformer. So why is the game not as high? Well, that's where the problems draw. To be honest, as a platformer itself, I think it's pretty mid as a platformer, and I mean that literally, honestly. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's some neat moments there, but I don't know, if I wanted to play an actual platformer, I'd just go play Super Mario Bros. Wonder or something, but I don't know, as a platformer itself, it kind of just falls flat in my opinion. That even goes to some of the chapters. Like, Chapter 1 is a great starting chapter, no doubt. Chapter 2 sucks for, oh, you have to pay a toll before the time is up. Chapter 3 is pretty fine too, I will admit. Chapter 4 is basically if you're playing Mario Galaxy but you're actually bored. Chapter 5 is a joke. Chapter 6 is the world's destroyed. Chapter 7 you go to hell, and Chapter 8 is a banger. So yeah, to be honest, I really like Super Paper Mario, but there are reasons why I don't think it's as amazing as people think it is. If this is your favorite, I can understand. I do have nostalgia for it, but I don't know, I wouldn't really place it that high, to be honest. But I can see why people would love it, so again, don't let it affect you. I do like Super Paper Mario, but I don't think it's perfect by a margin at all, so yeah. Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle is a game that I didn't think I actually would be interested in, but well, once I played it, I was obsessed with it, to be honest. And this was announced at the time. I'll admit, remember when this game, those times when this game got announced and they actually got hated and stuff, and then it came out, it became one of the best-selling Switch games ever, honestly. So, yeah, I gotta say that this is easily one of my favorite Mario games, honestly. It's just, you know, I honestly wasn't too big on Rabbids, but then when you mix it with Mario, it works out super well, honestly. It's kind of weird, honestly, but hey, I love it. It's a different type of Mario. It's different from what Mario RPG is, but that's what makes it fun, honestly. Such some wacky ideas, characters, music, and the Donkey Kong DLC, honestly, has got to be one of the highlights of the entire package. Gotta be honest, I really love Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle. I would definitely recommend it, honestly. I can understand if the gameplay isn't for you, so maybe I probably wouldn't be ranking this game as high as I did, but man, it's such a banger-ass game that I feel like needs to get more talked about more often. It's just a fun game, honestly, that, while it can have its struggles near the end, so that's one of the major things. Can have its problems, but otherwise, it's a grand old time.
Mario.
Mario & Luigi Superstar Saga. Man, this is such an easy Mario RPG game to love, honestly. Like, no doubt. It's such a charming, fun experience all the way through. Like, every time I play this game, I just get so happy. Hearing the iconic Mario & Luigi voice clips fills me with joy. This is the one that started it all, of course, with, you know, unique hammers and jumps and attacks. It's just right here, even if it's just the first in the series, for a GBA game, it's one of the best, honestly, and still holds up well even all these years later. Gotta be honest that I don't really have much else to say. I've already said most of this in my video, but man, I just love this game so much. If there's one GBA game I would replay without getting bored, well, maybe at least for a few months, so I don't overdo it, it would be this game specifically. Mario & Luigi Superstar Saga is filled to the brim with charm, care, personality, and in this, I gotta be honest, I really love this game easily. Probably contender for my favorite GBA game alongside Wario Land 4. So, yeah, banger game. No matter which version you're playing, this or the remake, play it. It's a banger. Why did I say it like that? Also, soundtrack, battle theme, top notch, easily.
Drake? What? Where's the door hole?
This game barely managed to make it in the top 5, but yeah, Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door. If this is considered your favorite Mario RPG game, I wouldn't really disagree with you, and I have a lot of friends that consider it their favorite, and I definitely one of those who really love the game. I just prefer the other ones I'm going to be talking about. But there's a lot to this game. You know, it's Paper Mario on the GameCube, of course, the classic Paper Mario RPG style. The unique worlds and characters are fantastic. The soundtrack is unique, and that's what makes it pretty nice to listen to, honestly. I can understand why it's not everyone's favorite, but I really love some of the soundtrack, honestly. And, you know, the plot is it has its moments for sure, considering it was a GameCube game, of course. So, yeah, there's a lot to Thousand Year Door I can really say. I really love the usage of partners and stuff like that. Definitely takes the original Paper Mario game, which we'll talk about later, and create some unique ideas and stuff. So yeah, I cannot wait to replay this game again on the Switch when it comes out. I will desperately 100% get that for sure. Paper Mario Thousand Year Door still remains as one of the classic games. Don't let idiots on the internet affect your enjoyment of the game. That's something that needs to be said, to be honest. I know some people probably won't agree with this placement and would not put this game as high as I did, but man, I don't really care. This game is just almost everything I've wanted. Like, I've always wondered what a Mario Rabbids sequel will be like, and it gave me something I didn't even think would happen, but it did. It sort of takes place in space. I wanted something similar to like Galaxy. Basically, the plot is you have to save. By the way, Rosalina is in this game, so that already is a great start when you save her, of course. I don't think I'm pretty. The game has been out for over a year, so I can talk about spoilers and stuff. And of course, we have some new characters like Edge, and then we have Rabbid Rosalina, who is Mood, and Bowser joins your team. So all the other characters, aside from the Yoshis, I guess, are not here. Yoshi and Rabbid Yoshi. So I guess those are the only new characters not here. But yeah, the gameplay is pretty much like, you know, takes the original concept and tries to add some new ideas, some new abilities for the characters, and you can move around when you want unless you already use your weapon stuff. It depends on the scenario. Now, I heard some people say that the gameplay in the original, some people probably prefer that gameplay. Seems like it's probably more of a preference thing, honestly. To be honest, I don't know which one I prefer gameplay-wise, but in terms of, like, you know, concept and stuff, I just think this one is a little bit more better, honestly. And that's also just from my Galaxy bias, honestly. Mario Rabbids Sparks of Hope easily is one of my favorite games, honestly, no doubt. And even the DLC like Rayman, you know, makes it all worth it. So yeah, definitely get this game when it's on sale if you haven't played it already. Mario Luigi Bowser's Inside Story is one of those Mario games that when you play it, you just get it, honestly. This is easily, no doubt, the best Mario and Luigi game ever made, honestly. And I will say that if this is your favorite Mario RPG game, I wouldn't disagree with you. You can play as Bowser. The attacks even his attacks are fun to use. The giant battles I talked about before are kind of just okay. I feel like they could be handled better in my opinion. But despite that, the original, you know, normal Mario attacks, Mario Luigi attacks are still fun to use, and, you know, going around doing some side quests and stuff, tap pieces and stuff like that. The banger soundtrack, especially the final boss theme, oh my god, it's just amazing, honestly. There's so much I can say with Mario Luigi Bowser's Story. I have it already. A banger RPG title, no doubt. It's easily one of my favorites. The only thing I guess I could say, the game goes on for a little too long. Maybe it doesn't add a lot of replay value, but that's probably more of a nitpick thing. It's still one of the best Mario games out there, so yeah.
Dear Mario, please come to the castle.
I don't know why I love this Paper Mario game more than pretty much any other Paper Mario game in the series, honestly. Paper Mario for the Nintendo 64, the one that started it all. I'm not sure what it is, because you think Thousand Door, like, yeah, Thousand Door has a unique world story and all that, but 64, honestly, it's just the perfect experience, in my opinion, for Paper Mario. You know, there's some minor stuff that I really plan about, like some but every Paper Mario game, if I said backtracking, it seems like that's a common play with every Paper Mario game, so I don't know. But regardless, it's just something more charming about Paper Mario 64 compared to the other titles. Is it the art style? Maybe that's the reason. The art style just holds up super well even to this game. Even it still holds up as one of the best, honestly. And I don't even praise N64 games like this. The partners are still just as charming. I love the worlds. The music is fantastic. The lost soundtrack. And even if there's a basic plot, playable Peach in some moments totally makes up for it, to be honest. I gotta say, Paper Mario 64, I don't know, man. It's just that Paper Mario game I play. At least once a year, I will always replay this game because it's just that good, honestly. But it's not my favorite Mario RPG game. Let's get to that #1 spot. Super Mario RPG, it is the only one just for me. Go watch the lyrics if you want to hear the rest of the song. But yeah, who saw this one coming? This is no doubt. Once you play this game, you kind of understand why people love this one. Super Mario RPG is, in my opinion, the best one. Why do I think it's the best one? This has worlds unlike any other Mario title, so many unique character designs. The soundtrack is top-notch, easily. Not a single track I really hate, honestly, to be honest. And no doubt, in my opinion, has some nice characters, like, of course, Mallow and Geno being one of the more memorable characters, of course. And there's just so much I can say. Lots of secrets you can do in this game. The bosses are great. Like, oh man, Super Mario RPG, and also just the charm and silliness of this game. There's just so much to Super Mario RPG I can say, honestly, that no doubt, no matter how far we go, no matter how whatever this future holds, even with the remake we just got, Super Mario RPG still remains as a top classic for me, no doubt. And yeah, that's the Mario RPG games ranked. Please, freaking computer, do not make me do this again. I literally did this twice. I finished it, and I lost the footage, so I had to delay it. Oh god. But if I do, I'm not gonna do rankings like this going forward. Maybe for sure. Maybe I can do this for top 10s in the future. Remember when I did top 10s? Yeah, maybe I should bring those back. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. What's your favorite Mario RPG game? Let me know in the comments below. Later, folks.